So, here we are at Buckmore Park, driving the Club 100 senior karts for the first time. I'm super excited for this day because, well, I don't really know. Well, it's just, they're going to be so much quicker than the cadets, hopefully anyway. As we already overtake someone on our first lap. As you can tell, it's very slippy on this very first lap. Trying to get a feel of what the circuit feels like. And I've already overtaken two people, and oh, there's a yellow flag, so maybe someone's binned it. No, not yet. And still yellows. Everyone's bunching up here, weaving, trying to heat up their tyres, and I am as well. As you can see, the ground's quite slippy. Oh, and there goes the green flag. It's really slippy at the moment, really slippy. Like the tyres and brakes just haven't heated up quite yet. Start, so it's very slippy. So going into heaven 2, trying to find where the grip is here, and well, there's quite a lot of it in these karts. As you can see, the car in front is drifting all over the place, trying to get some temperature in the tyres. But on these first few laps, it's so difficult to try and just get some temperature in the tyres. So you have to kind of wait for a while until they heat up. But it doesn't take too long. But it's unlike the cadets. The cadets were literally fast as soon as you went. As you can see, I'm getting a bit sideways on the brake. It was actually quite soggy around there, as you can see. So you really have to slow down. I'm going really wide at that final corner. It was really slidey there. Doing the same sort of thing. Trying to lock the rear tyres to try and get some temperature in. Because it's so cold. Like, I could literally see my own breath out of my helmet. Like, whenever I breathe, it's fog up my helmet so much because it's so cold. I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna go down the hill, flick it left and flick it right, catching up to this guy in front of us who's drifting very nicely in front of us. He's gonna clog the cub and he's really sending it through these corners. So we're gonna get the run on him. We're gonna do a massive send, flick the kart sideways. This is almost like a race, and I'm gonna get past him, around the outside, still in front. Had to lift off there, very slidey through that final corner, I don't know why, very slidey. Going into the first corner, hit that new tarmac and grip up, brake as late as I can, pretty good braking, and through the second hairpin once again, trying to find where that grip is. I wasn't really sure if I should brake or lift off or whatever through there at the start. Flinging it left and right, down the hill, trying to take it with a lift, but I end up, or like flat-ish. It was very, I couldn't take it flat through there. I mean, I could, through some sweep, but it was so slidey that I think it was pretty quicker to lift off. Anyway, as you can see, the track is very damp through those last couple of corners, which means that your tyres are still slightly damp going through that final one. It means you just lose quite a lot of grip. Now, coming up to another driver, I'm going to try and send it down the inside from this. No, I'm not going to be able to do that. It's a bit too far back. And he gets a slightly better exit than we did. I'm going to try and send it, and he goes wide, and we send it up the inside. Nicely done. I'm going to fling it through the left, right. Once again, you can just see the speed. Like, they're so quick going down there. But I feel like they're pretty quicker going up towards the start finish. Because going down the hill, you have to lift. I think up the hill is pretty quick. Only if you get a good run. As you can see, there's sort of a dry patch forming through those corners, but you have to take a very specific line going through there. Oh, and I'm going to say it's a 1 hour session. The camera almost recorded all of it. I think it stopped a few minutes short from the end, but it did really well at capturing the footage. Oh, I can't speak today, but we carry on as I go flying off. That was quite fast going into there. Flinged it in a bit too much, I think. Really trying to get some temperature on the tyres, sliding all over the place still. The track's just very chilly at the moment. And we're catching up to another group of 3. All the drivers seem to be in little groups of like 3 or 4, which made it quite fun for like overtaking people and stuff like that. Going down the street once again, onto another lap. We're going to try and catch up to these people in front. catching them quite quickly, as you can see. Hit the brakes as hard as you can. I kind of try and hit them on that new bit of tarmac, so it's quite grippy. Going through it, oh, I nearly spun, and we've got them all. 3 in one corner. Someone spun, we took advantage of that. We got past them all. So, good. I don't know what the word is for that. But it's kind of interesting though, when someone spins. Oh, we're going past another person. We're going to send up the inside, really slamming on those brakes. But the thing is, if you slam on the brakes too much like there, I think the kart kind of just bogs down. You need to keep it in the rev range. So what I found, like going through this first, you'll see what I mean. Like going through like the first hairpin, not this one, corner afterwards. I kind of try and feather the throttle mid-corner to try and keep the revs up. Otherwise the car bogs down and it loses all the speed. It's just not good. But anyway, going through here, flinging it left and flinging it right. Down the hill once again. Oh, there's a bit of a yellow flag. Someone's binned it over there. Not good, they're going to have to pull the cart off the grass. But we're catching up to these people in front. Again, we're kind of in little groups. Not massive groups, but in little groups. Trying to find the dry line through there was quite difficult. You can see most of the track's quite wet down there. Oh, we actually managed to nail the final corner for once. We're going to get in the slipstream there. Oh, we're going to... Oh, almost got past them. We had like an extra 10 metres when we got past them. Anyway, we're going to try and send it on the... Oh, he outbraked himself a little bit. And in front of us now is Frederick, aka Rice Boy Racer. We're going to try and get past him. Oh, he just lifted off a little bit too much there. He's trying to find a way past the driver in front of us. In front of him. He's going to try and I'm going to send one up the inside. And going to hopefully try and get the guy in front as well. Slam on those brakes, go really sideways. But managed to carry the speed quite well still when I'm there. And we get the job done on both drivers. Very nicely done. Very good job. And yeah, I'm just going to leave you to watch some laps. Oh, someone spins as soon as I say, whatever I say. As soon as I think there's not much action going on, something happens. But it's weird, like, I found when someone spins, you need to make sure you're looking at where you're going and not looking at the spin. Because if you look at the spin, you kind of get drawn towards it. It's really weird. I don't know if it's just me that happens, but if you get drawn towards it, you kind of go to the outside of them, which costs you tons of time. It happened earlier as well. I saw Marshall just kick the barrier for some reason. Just felt like kicking it, I guess. Going for start finish once again. It's a 1 hour, not race, but like practice. So it'll be good for my endurance, I guess. Building up that neck strength. But that's what I found. It only was like in the last few sort of minutes of this practice. Keep thinking it's a race, but never mind. My neck really started to go because of how much faster. Whoa! I don't know what happened there, but I flinged it in and just didn't do anything. Anyway, your neck really starts to go at the last few minutes. It's really... So I think I'll need to somehow build my neck strength up, but I think that'll just come with time of driving these karts more and more. But luckily, I won't have to race these karts for a full hour, unless I'm doing some endurance or something. Oh, someone else has spun. And we're catching up to another group of 2 people in front of us. He goes for a much narrower line, but we get a much better exit than him. We're going to pick up the slipstream about now. We're really catching up to him on the straight. But there was quite a big mix of sort of adults and heavier drivers and midgets like me that could just send up the inside and in the corner because we're so fast up corners. But I was saying that, I was ballasted up. I did have a way to see it run quite wide. As you can see, when we hit the wet stuff on the track, it's really quite slippery. I was ballasted up to 65 kilos. I think that's the weight limit for the junior super lightweights this year. So it wouldn't be much use just going out on with no lead on, just it'd be a bit useless because otherwise you don't know what it's actually going to feel like. In the races and stuff. But it's very good practice though. I really like how these karts drive. Because compared to the cadets, they're a lot less bouncy, they're a lot smoother to drive. But the only thing I don't really like about these karts is the way they bulk down so much in the corners. If you're going through quite a slow corner or you mess it up, it bogs down so much. But the brakes in these karts are amazing. I think they must have new brakes or something. Because they're so powerful. Like going through here, you can brake so late and get the rear tyres to lock up, which you can never do in the cadets. You never get your rear tyres to lock up at all. There's someone up the inside there using our brakes pretty well there. We'll fly past. Going through the left, right once again. Following this red, blue and white driver in front of us. I think he actually does Buckmore's guy in front of us. I think I recognise his name on the side of his helmet. Anyway, we get past him. As you saw, he hit the slippy stuff on the outside, which really just cost you so much time. If you weren't getting the right line through there, it would cost you at least like half a second at least to get it wrong. Now flinging it through there, really trying to find the grip. Hitting the red stuff is really grippy, as we completely miss our apex. But anyway, the red stuff was really grippy on braking. It really helped with my... Oh, we had to slam on our brakes a bit there again. Watching out for that orange driver. But as I was saying, the red stuff was really grippy. So you can just see how not red it was. It was covered in all that rubber. Or as you can see, we go quite wide. So we didn't really hit the dry stuff. That's probably going to put us a bit wide. Yeah, a little bit of oversteer coming out of that corner. That brave marshal standing on the inside watching the cops fly past. Anyway, going on to another lap. Let's see how much track I use on the outside. Quite a lot. And we brake very late going through there, trying to get the rear tyres to slightly lock up, but not fully. So we don't like spin or whatever. Flying through there. Really, really quick. I love this bit. This is probably one of the best few karting corners, well, in the UK, maybe not even the UK, in the world. It's so nice to drive. Flowing down that hill at like 60, 70 miles an hour in these karts is so good. Like in the cadets, like it was quick, like you carry so much speed around the corner, but like with these, the straight line speed is just insane, and you can brake so late. We're going to go through hairpin 1 once again, through hairpin 2. Got a very nice exit once again. Fling it through there. And I think I got black flag. Oh, I remember this, I remember. I think my rib protector thing was coming a bit loose, so I'll just cut this bit out. So what happened there, my rib protector sort of thing that made it tighten up was going a bit near the brake caliper, so it was a bit dangerous. So I made to do it. So did it up quite a bit tighter this time, and we're going out once again. It was quite a quick pit stop, and it was quite a nice little breather. But our tyres were a bit cold again. That's the thing, that you miss like one lap or whatever. I wasn't in there for like very long, only like a minute or so, but the tyres were so much colder already. But luckily, I think we're up to speed already. Tyres sort of heated up. But you can see I'm sliding a little bit more than I was earlier. Not much, but only a little bit. But it makes a difference. But we're going to try and heat our tyres up as quickly as we can. Try and do some insane drifting. So we run a bit wide going out of hairpin 2, using all the track. Flinging through the left, right, down the hill once again. One of the best few corners in karting. Catching up to the same driver that binned it, and the one that we overtook, and he keeps going wide there. You need to make sure you look for the right bit of the track. That's what I do. I always, when it's like wet or like mist, as we're going to fly past around the outside of him, what a move. We've got such a good run out the final corner. We managed to get him around the outside. But anyway, as I was saying, when it's like damp, I always look for the lighter bits of the track, and then that just shows you where the track is more dry. So if the track looks lighter, then go for it, because it's probably dry and probably more grippy. Oh, we missed the apex quite a lot. I think on that corner, I think that was my main sort of, not problem. I don't know what the word for it is. It's just, that was the corner I wasn't really getting right. But I think now looking over this footage now, I think I really just needed to turn in a bit earlier. And I think everything should have been alright. But anyway, once again, we're already 15 minutes in. If you're still here, viewer. If you are, what a legend. Anyway, we're catching up to another group of 2 in front of us. Fling it in. Really got a lot of speed going down here. Fling it in once again. I don't know. Catching up to this. Oh, never mind. Catching up to the black and white, grey, whatever driver. As you can see, I think that's Jasper from Brentwood. Quite a good driver, Brentwood, I must say. Quite rapid, and he does Buckmore as well, but in the other weight class. But as I've seen, he's quite rapid around Buckmore and Brentwood. We are catching him quite quickly. We get a really good exit once again up there. I think the main part I need to work on, like the main sector, is probably this bit right here. See, I'm just actually that time, as you see, I turned in much earlier and the kart just gripped up. You can really see where the rubber is on the track. And the kart just grips up so much more when you hit the rubber. And see, he's doing a lot like what the other drivers are doing, trying to take the normal racing line, even though the normal racing line is wet. I mean, not wet, but like damp. So we're really gaining through that final sort of sector of the track. As you see, we've gained massive amount just in one lap, maybe about a second or so. We're really catching up. I'll try catch him. He gets a slightly better exit out there. We're going to try and maximise our speed through here. And going down the hill. Yeah, see, I turned in a bit too late there. I just lost a bit of speed. Drifted too much. Staying quite level, but again, he kind of... I mean, he actually got it right that time. But going through here once again, flinging it left, through the final corner, riding over that curve. In these karts, it really isn't that bad. You saw right then, at the end of the straight, I was really getting quite a lot of slipstream there. Anyway, slowly catching up to him now. Seeing what he's doing, seeing where I could get past. Thought about it there, but just didn't quite have the exit speed to catch and overtake him. And again, he's turning in a lot earlier, a lot more aggressively than I was. So I think that's what I need to improve on. Thought about it, you saw him move the car over, and we send out the inside! But not quite, as he gets the inside for the next corner. And hopefully we've still got a good run. You can see the slipstream, and getting in the slipstream, I'll just fly past him. So yeah, got a good move done there. We're catching up to the orange driver. We seem to be lapping him about every 5 laps or so. So he must not be an experienced karter or not really know the circuit. We're going to send it out the inside, really flinging it through there. It just shows how you have to use a racing line, otherwise it just compromises you. So I went really narrow and I had to really fling it in. A bit of oversteer there, had to counter it, and I've lost a bit of speed. Quite nice through there, got the kart hooked up on the dry stuff, and you can already see in this session, 20 minutes or so in, that the track's trying to sort of drying up a little bit through there. The mouth is going a bit funky after speaking for almost 20 minutes. Anyway, turning in, using as much as the track as I can, especially through the hairpins, using all the exit and entry, and going down the hill once again, flinging it in, really trying to hook onto that curb, really need to hook onto it a bit more, trying to aim for that little grate. The one that almost sent me flying off last year in the cadets. At round 1. Going up the hill once again. Actually getting the kart hooked up and just kissing the curb on the inside there. And I think I'm going to leave you to the sound of the road tax. Actually, you know what, yeah. I'm just going to shut up and you can just listen to the sound of a junior road tax. taken from today. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like, subscribe, all of that stuff. And yeah, I'll just leave you with a few minutes of me just at the end of the session really connected and really knowing the lines now, what to do with the car, and really just sending it in these last few laps, as you can see, just finding these dry patches. And it was quite a lot grippy at the end of the session. So yeah, you can have a quick look at some of these hot laps.